sincerity of this man, what he does for people,
Amen.
and he will do it from his heart.
Amen.
This one helps him to look so good. And the Lord bless him to be on this station and other radio stations that carry niche marketing. And they would speak with him, send messages, chit chat, visit his office, and the various branches that he has developed across the country. And there's more to come. This will be one of the in Tobago. Tobago.
Yeah.
But we find out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So good afternoon, right away.
Yes. Good afternoon, DJ Mamu. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You're looking just like last week. I don't know if it's part 2 this week.
Yeah, this part 2. Let me say up.
The same texture on the face and everything.
Yeah.
You're doing, doctor. Keep it up.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much.
Looking on at you on the camera work.
Yes.
They say you look very handsome. So
thank you very much. Thank you. Calendar is the CMOS. Have your CMOS in the morning. Okay, so
you tell them about CMOS, and next thing you run out of CMOS.
Yeah, no, we have, man. We got up to yesterday. I collect our next set, man. We're making sure to handle you guys. Okay, so
CMOS is a special blend.
Yes, definitely. A specific, definitely. Yes, good afternoon. So let me say a pleasant good afternoon to our social media family. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to everyone joining us on DJMamuRadioTT.com. I am yours truly, Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. We have Miss Sonia John. Good day to you. She is on our Facebook, Batson and Associates Limited. We have Miss Nicola Hurd. Pleasant good afternoon to you. Miss Marge Hills. Good afternoon to all. And she said she had a CMOS already. Nicely. Miss Kathleen Ishmael, my dear mother. Always there, Miss June Jatan. And of course, yes, as Ms. Ishmael said, good news for our families, definitely. Keep in mind, we are now joining DJ Mamu on DJMamuRadioTT.com. And today, we will be a continuation of some of the things that we discussed last program. Now, circulation continues to be a major issue with a number of individuals. You know, the World Health Organization has reminded us. I was just doing some research night before last, and one of the things that I was looking at is that, you know, cardiovascular disease continues to remain the leading cause of death throughout the world. So today we're going to be talking, or speaking rather, as to what can you do to improve your cardiovascular health. What do we at Batson and Associates provide in terms of products, services to really assist you in that regard? Of course, it is an open forum, so you would be able to ask some questions. We'll, of course, give you those numbers in a little while as we continue the program. Keep in mind our numbers and locations at Batson and Associates. We are Batson and Associates located in Shogunas. Shogunas is the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. That telephone number is 222-8261. Again, that's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. And that telephone number for St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And of course, Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. Keep in mind, we do international consultations, so you can book your consultations online. Of course, very soon, we'll be improving that service as regards to booking of consultations, especially for our international market. You know, we just putting some things in place as regards to our website and whatnot. So, of course, that telephone number that you could utilize now would be 1-868. That's 1-868-373 2388. Again, that's 868-373-2388. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to the hard-working staff at Batson and Associates at our Shogunas office, Debe office, St. James, Tobago, of course, Latoya, always holding the fort there in Tobago, and, you know, all the other hard-working members of staff, our consultants, pleasant good afternoon to you guys. Keep in mind that we are having our live next Sunday coming. We will, of course, normally have two, but the one that we'll be having on our social media, which would going to be the Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook, Instagram, Batson and Associates TT, and on YouTube, Batson and Associates Trinidad. And that live, of course, is going to be from 8 to 9:30 this coming Sunday. So that's something you guys can note. I would most likely have an ex-consultant with me. Last week, I had Miss Karishma Ramdan, who had joined me, very knowledgeable. She's one of our senior blood microscopists at Batson and Associates. She has been with us, for what, 9-10 years. Quite qualified staff, individuals who are experienced, very, very experienced as regards to integrative medicine, as regards to anatomy and physiology, as regards to how the body is supposed to function. So today we are discussing circulation, poor circulation. We're also going to be discussing women's issues as it relates to hormonal imbalance. So women who may have problems with things like polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, we're going to be touching on that. There are two products we carry at Batson and Associates that do wonders for women as it relates to their hormones. One is called Women's Formula, which is an excellent product that actually helps in balancing the endocrine system, which in turn actually balances the hormones. And that particular product actually helps significantly with hormonal imbalance. We also have Uterine Plus or Uterine Formula, which actually is designed to deal with the uterus, the ovaries. So it's very good as it relates to women who may have problems with painful menstrual cycle, endometriosis, fibroids, polycystic ovarian syndrome, infertility, those type of things. So of course, you can feel free to give us a call or visit. Keep in mind, we have our open clinic day. I will actually be in St. James tomorrow, please God, on Saturday with a consultant. The consultant would be Mr. Bastamante, and myself will be working in St. James tomorrow, please God, as well as Saturday. Of course, Miss Hurst in Antigua, my apologies. Antigua, she's always in the house. Miss Elizabeth Mary. Raymond John says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson, and all on the live. Good afternoon to you. So, for circulation, we know how important circulation is. If you don't know, let me explain to you. So poor circulation is fundamentally, or circulation, I should say, is fundamentally important as it relates to dealing with our eyesight, our memory, our speech. Because one of the things that I always tell persons is that strokes, whether it's ischemic or hemorrhagic strokes, are key indicators of poor circulation. Hypertension, key indication of poor circulation. Diabetes, key indicator of poor circulation. So it's very, very important that you pay close attention to these indicators and really do what is necessary to make the necessary changes. So the key indicators, I said, dizziness, lightheadedness, memory problems. These are some of the things that you can actually pay attention to and is an indication of poor circulation in the human body. So make sure and give us a call or visit. We do have in stock the circulation tea. Let me explain quickly what the circulation tea does. It's basically a tea bag. One of the ingredients in circulation tea actually helps to cleanse and tone the blood vessels. Now, why is that important? Why is it important to cleanse and tone your blood vessels? Because blood vessels primarily are pipelines. So if those pipelines are not clear, if they are not as elastic as they're supposed to be, remember, the cardiovascular system is supposed to be very elastic in nature. It's supposed to be able to vasodilate, which is open, and vasoconstrict, which is to close. So the thing is, if the blood vessels become very hard, it means that they're going to actually get cracks in them. And those cracks or openings is what begins the pangs of distress, where you actually have buildup of plaque in the arteries, buildup that could actually cause blockages, that could now cause problems associated with myocardial infarction, strokes, heart attacks, high cholesterol, and the list goes on and on. So, it's vitally important that you pay attention to that. One of the signs of poor circulation, of course, is discoloration in the face, size of the temples, on their eyes, forehead. the back of your neck is normally an indicator of diabetes. In some cases, you would hear people speaking about diabetes as it relates to adolescents. And you find a lot of adolescent children, you may see here looking very dark. And that, of course, as I said, is a key indicator of issues associated with poor circulation. So it's very important that you pay attention to yourself. Again, as I said, your body speaks to you. The question is, are you listening? What about if you're getting cramps? Cramping in your cars, pins and needles, burning under your feet. Again, key indication of poor circulation. So it's very, very important, vitally important that we pay attention to those things. Very, very important. And at Batson and Associates, we do deal with that. So, feel free to give us a call or visit and get your circulation tea. The Alkagen water is also a very good product as it relates to circulation, as it relates to gastrointestinal health. It helps a lot in actually improving one's gastrointestinal health. So for information regarding that, you can feel free to give us a call or visit. Keep in mind, we also do road delivery. So if you're not able to come to the office, we can have it delivered to you, especially the water. Let me say a bit on the Alkagen water. Why alkaline water? Now, there are a lot of brands of alkaline water on the market, and I tell people I can't speak for other individuals, I can speak for myself, right? We carry a brand of water called Alkagen. And one of the differences with Alkagen is that Alkagen has something in it known as ORP. Now, ORP stands for oxidative reduction potential. And oxidative reduction potential is actually, it's a meter that is actually looked at. And the thing with that is that when the ORP is high, like for example, they actually measure ORP in millivolts. Good. So the thing is, alkaline water, Alkagen water, has ORP, or oxidative reduction potential. So it means that, like for example, they're saying filtered water can have an ORP value ranging from 357 to 25, depending on the brand and the type of water. So ORP, which is oxidative reduction potential, which is actually measured in millivolts, is actually very high in the Alkagen water that we carry at Batson and Associates. And the reason for that is because it helps with electrolytes. It helps with proper electrolyte balance in the body. And as a result of that, again, it actually improves blood circulation. So the Alkagen water circulation team. The next product that we usually recommend for issues would be inflammation formula. And I'll explain to you what inflammation formula does. Of course, I have to touch on the CMOS for you in a little bit too as well. I'll do that a little later on. As it relates, my apologies, to the inflammation formula actually reduces inflammatory response in the body. So it means that if you have high levels of inflammation in the body, the inflammation formula actually helps to do what? Reduce the inflammation. And in reducing that inflammation, you would now have improvement, less pain, better sleep, better bowel movement, better skin, better eyesight, better sleep. So the thing is, it is advantageous to actually help to improve that oxygen in the body. So again, feel free to give us a call or visit at any one of our locations. Keep in mind our open clinic days, and the open clinic day for Shogunas, when Dr. Batson will be there, I'll be in Shogunas, God's willing, on, I believe it is Wednesday of next week. I will be there. And of course, I am going to be in St. James on Friday, which is tomorrow, and Saturday, God's willing. So you can also look out for that as well. Day Bay is going to be the 3rd, Saturday, the 3rd of June. And of course, we go to Tobago, God's willing, on the week of the 5th to the 9th. So you'll have the consultants there. They will check what they need to check. We will make sure we organize certain things for you. And of course, Dr. Batson will just do the review. Very, very important. I believe I'm doing the review on the 5th and the 6th. Okay, good. So I will be in Tobago on those days. So again, you can take advantage of that. Keep in mind, again, our international clients, if you do desire to do a consultation, you can feel free to contact us at That's 868-373-2388. Again, that's 373-2388. 1868, of course. 1868-373-2388. You can feel free to WhatsApp that number. But that number is actually WhatsApp or call the number and book your appointment. One of the questions that we get here, someone is asking, how does poor circulation affect your eyesight? In a number of ways. Remember, you need blood and oxygen going to cells. Cells give you tissues, tissues give you organs, organs give you what? Organ systems. So if you're not getting sufficient blood flow, if you're not getting sufficient nutrients, nourishment, how could you be healthy? So that's why if you're sick for years and you're fed up being sick, as I know some of you all would be, can you imagine you're sick for 20 years? That's a whole child you could have. A whole big 20-year-old. You could have plant coconut tree. How much time that coconut tree that bear? About it? How long coconut tree? The short coconut trees, and then they have Mahmoud as what, 3 years, 5 years?
About 5 years.
About 5 years. Look at that, you that get coconut. Look how much time you that get coconut. So, and more coconut. So the thing is, you're spinning top in mud and you're wasting time. So we want to get you better. The only people who do the same thing over and over, and expecting a different results is what? Mad people. So you can't do the same thing you're doing right now and expect to get a different result. It doesn't work so. It cannot work like that. And at Batson and Associates, we will prepare a protocol for you. We will let you know what is the condition of your digestive system. We will let you know how your blood sugar reading. We will let you know if you have problems with circulation. And most importantly, we will let you know how to fix it. You're not...
Doc,
yes, sir.
Just interject because we're getting some messages as of last week.
Oh, good, nice.
Where we left off, it had Vida. Vida says, hello, DJ. I'm listening to the doctor. Again, I just want to say hi to the doctor because he really is someone so different to other doctors. His explanation of all what he said on here is so easy to understand. I spoke to the doctor about that. And that's sent in by Vida. Thank you, Vida.
Yes, Vida, thanks so very much.
We have that's Molly out in United Kingdom. She's listening, DJ. God bless. She wants you to say hi to her. Go ahead.
What's the name?
Molly, Mrs. Molly of United Kingdom.
Miss Molly?
4 hours behind or 4 hours ahead, something like that.
Yeah, I think they're 4 hours ahead of us. Miss Molly of the United Kingdom, pleasant good afternoon to you, my dear.
And she says when next she visits Trinidad, she may ensure that she comes.
She comes to me. I'm looking forward to put a face to the name. All right. Thank you so very much for the support.
Great. Vishnu says, take care, DJ. Listening to you and the doctor. Love it. This program is very intelligent. Thank you, Mr. Vishnu.
Thank you, sir.
So we could call it. That's okay. We
yes.
Call it anything about anybody sick or anything like that.
Right.
We have Shalama Suhan of Dabadi. Hello to you, Shalama. Nina Radbeer also there with us.
Right.
He's at work.
Okay, nice.
Listening to us. Particular attention to men's problem. He's a man, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I see Miss Felicia James says 5 hours in front. Right. She's just, yes.
You see how people are on the go.
On the go, definitely.
You mean? Yeah.
Yes, in front, yeah. 5 hours ahead or 5 hours in front as they put it of us. Yes, definitely.
That's Molly or the United Kingdom.
Yes.
We come back here now to another one on this side here. It says here, hello, Mr. DJ. When I was younger, period pain used to be intense. And I was expecting the period pain to not to be so strong, but rather lose its intensity as I get younger, meaning she's what? She's 15.
Right.
It continues to feel as though she's young again. Meaning the pain is like when she used to be, right?
Yeah.
The doctor, the name is Veronica. Thank you, doctor.
Okay.
And just a minute before yes. Let's put it up here. They send short messages. Okay, good. Yeah, so the pain she experiences excruciating pain just before her periods at age 50. Is that normal, or is it a sign of menopause deciding to step in? I'm not a doctor, but I sometimes my information could.
Of course, definitely. Yeah, I believe that person has severe hormonal imbalance. Because the thing is, as you tend to get older, your period's supposed to become less painful. If your period is becoming more and more painful, especially as you're nearing menopause, it could mean that you have some sort of issue there, some sort of polycystic ovary, some sort of fibroid, some sort of ovarian cyst, endometriosis, or something like that. So it's very important to have an abdominal pelvic ultrasound done. And of course, you could always then forward it to me or come in and see us rather, and we would do the consultation for you. But definitely, there's some sort of inflammatory response in the uterus, and that is going to contribute to so many problems. So that's something, again, you need to pay close attention to. And we do address that problem at Batson and Associates. So that is something you could, as I said, pay attention to, and you could always give us some feedback subsequent to when you use what you need to use. Okay, one of the things we use at Batson and Associates will be the Alkagen water inflammation formula, women's formula. The women's formula is going to help in that situation. Possibility exists you're going through a little bit of PMS, postmenopausal, or, well, menopause could be stepping in because she said she's 50 already. What you may have to do is, if your mom's still alive or you have elder sisters or sisters, ask them when the menstrual cycle stopped. When did they go through menopause? Okay, that's very, very important. Miss Cecilia John says, Dr. Batson, I'm drinking the CMOS with a banana, chia seeds, and cinnamon. Is that okay for high blood pressure and my menopause? Yes, it's very good. Very, very good, Miss Cecilia John. What you could do as regards to the menopause, I would suggest you get a woman's formula and the nerve restore. So that's going to help. That's going to basically put the icing on the cake as regards to the adaptogenic factor of the body. It's very good in helping to remove or reduce significantly inflammation in the body. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to some of our listeners on Instagram. We are Batson Associates TT. And we have Kells 1079 has joined us. We have Kida Edwards. One has joined us. Kelly's 1079 has also joined us. Well, everybody Instagram. I'm not on Instagram as yet personally. Yeah? I have to work on it. But Lisa have to. Jackie Samaru. Well, yes, Miss Samaru, I know you always join us. C. Danielle 17. Phillips. Jacqueline Phillips. Mr. Swomo, good afternoon to you. Kells 1070, good afternoon, Dr. Batson. Great to see you. Miss De La Hennessy has joined us as well. Pleasant good afternoon to you. Hey, Shireen Lewis, how are you doing? Good. Good afternoon. I know. Good afternoon. I now come from Red Edge. Okay, that's a client now come from Red Edge Mall there. So as you see, guys, we're very vibrant on our social media. So keep in mind, you can add us there. You can like us. We have a live program that we will be doing because we normally do in different live programs on this frequency. So of course, we are on djmamuradio.tt.com, djmamuradio.tt.com, and you're listening to Dr. Jason Batson Sogre, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. So I'll allow DJ Mamu just to remind you of the telephone numbers or the WhatsApp so that you could ask your questions and those type of things.
So the number to call if you'd like to go on the air, 1-868-337-2287. And you can also use the WhatsApp and make the same phone call. At the same time, international listeners, 1-868-337-2287 could help you to get to us in studio and talk about your issue, about your health. Now, if you are not camera shy or maybe radio shy, and you'd like to send your issue on WhatsApp, I'll read it to the doctor. I would mention your name. Perhaps I could just say where the area is, and the doctor could do more investigative reporting on that. Now, doctor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I give you the number. The lady we spoke about a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, she's 50.
Okay.
They said the pain she's experiencing is the normal period pain.
Normal, or she gets accustomed to what she experiences. Because what a lot of people consider as normal is simply because your pain threshold increased. That's not normal. It's the same thing. Is your body telling you something wrong? Right.
So the level of excruciating pain levels have gone to the neck or something like that. But at the same time, she says that please let the doctor know she knows it's a period pain, but the pain is not normal. The pain is not normal.
No, and as I was saying, that's an indication quickly, Mamu, of a serious problem. That person can have endometriosis, fibroids, polycystic ovary. She needs to be checked out properly.
Yeah, exactly.
She needs to be checked out properly.
So Miss Lady, please, you're listening to the program. The doctor recommends that you go and either come to him and let him advise you what to do.
Yeah, she'll come and I'll do the letter and stuff.
You'll get a letter of recommendation or referral, whatever it may be. And go see about yourself, because I myself, with little knowledge, I know, doctor, that is not normal. That is not a normal pain. The thing is, she's expecting the period this week, and there are no signs of period, but there are good signs of bad, excruciating pain, which is agonizing and can't bear it. Taking so many tablets to ease it, and it's still there. So that has to be something more than just a normal period pain.
Yeah, definitely. That's some sort of indication of hormonal imbalance. And as I said, it is hormonal imbalance that can get very bad in the sense that it can actually be problems with polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, adenomyosis. And it could actually be a combination of those, which makes it even worse because she doesn't want to leave it. It's already bad for it to get even worse. And then you reach a point where you have to do serious surgery, where they actually have to do a hysterectomy. And a hysterectomy is the surgical removal of the uterus and if you do a total hysterectomy, it would be a removal of the uterus and the ovary. If you do a partial hysterectomy, it's just going to be a removal of the uterus alone. But either way, it's a serious thing that if you can avoid, you would not get yourself in that situation. Because
she further goes on to say that that she's not active, meaning you know what I'm talking about, right? She hasn't been active for the last 14 years.
Right. Well,
could that be a factor?
And I'm not going to say that could also be a factor, because I always tell persons any gynecologist will tell you this, because there are a lot of women who may have problems with hormonal imbalance and a number of things. And from the time they get a partner, they reach the age to have intercourse, you find that a lot of the problems tend to dissipate. Because, as the doctors say, an inactive uterus is a problematic uterus. So once there's activity, you're going to be better off. There are some persons who...
You're recommending some activity then?
No, I'm not recommending activity. I'm just saying, I'm making a point here. And one of the things I'm saying too as well is that, because one of the points I was going to make, there are some women who have really bad menstrual cycles and a lot of pain and bleeding and all sorts of nonsense. And then what you find with them is that when they make children, like from the time they make a child, it improves significantly. So what I'm saying, in her particular case, especially at that age, if it has been happening for so long, then it is some sort of inflammatory response in the uterus, which is a cause for concern. So she needs to do some sort of abdominal pelvic ultrasound. I don't know if she's located in Trinidad or if she's an overseas client, but definitely that's something that she needs to pay attention to.
She said Central Trinidad.
Central Trinidad. Nice, Manuel. You could give us a visit right in the Shogunas office there. What you can do, if you have abdominal pelvic ultrasounds from before, we would ideally like one that is no older than 1 year. But if you have one older than that, you can bring it. And I could always do a letter for you to do a new one, because we have to know what is the condition of the uterus at this particular point in time. Got it? Very important.
Good afternoon to you, DJ, and also to the doctor. She's not diabetic. You did ask very good program as well.
Right. Okay.
I didn't understand exactly what she's trying to imply here, but nevertheless, maybe should give some more information. All right, text her. Thanks for your information, by the way.
Yes.
Continuing with Support your health naturally on djbarberradiott.com. Weekly program 2:15 to 3:15 weekdays with the specialist Dr. Jason Batson. This is the 14th year in operation of this company, and they've been serving the country, well, in brackets, in inverted commas, country meaning the people of the country very well. Not only on Trinidad and Tobago, but also abroad. Yeah, serving people abroad is a great asset to this company because
Yeah, we have a lot of international clients.
overseas people have overseas doctors, but
Yeah.
they can find a doctor in Trinidad. So we should be proud.
True.
We should be proud to know that our Dr. Jason Batson is, as we say in local language, big enough across the world.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to have a client that I'm working with now in the United States, and she had a serious problem with with her heart. And so far, in working with her in just 1 month, she had a left bundle on the heart that was causing significant problem. And in 1 month, on the protocol that I recommended for her, the bundle, that particular bundle, that is, you see it in cardiology, and the cardiologists were surprised. She has a team of about 4 cardiologists, and all of them were asking questions as to they don't understand how that happened. Of course, they were glad because the doctor said that is a significant improvement, and of course, they're going to monitor her. And her daughter was actually speaking to me yesterday, and one of the things she said, she has started to improve so much. So I always help persons to understand, as DJ Mamu said, I work with people all over the world. I have clients in England, I have clients in the Caribbean, Guyana. They want me in Guyana badly, and I promised that I need to do something over there in the very near future. No. Not
You got chicken curry, huh?
yeah, you get what? Chicken curry, not curry chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, chicken curry. I like that. So it's a matter. The good thing about it, we live in the world now where we are in the information age, we are in the technology age. Look, DJ Mamu is somewhere in Central. I am in east on the east-west corridor, and DJ and Mamu and I am seeing him. He's seeing me. We're having a conversation. So why can't I not have a consultation with a client anywhere, in the world? You see, the thing is, our objective is always to make your life easy. Let me touch on a question here, because keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. We are Dr. Batson on TikTok. There's a question that someone is asking. So let me answer this question. Ms. Maurice saying, she says, my problem has to do with endometriosis with a polyp. They're going to do a hysterectomy because they said it's cancerous. Now, let me explain something for you quickly. And I agree to disagree. When people tell you that things can become cancerous, right? What you really have to understand is that cancer or any sort of necrosis, which is what we identify it as, in the human body, is an indication of an environment that is conducive to disease. So it means if your environment is conducive to cancer, you will get cancer. So how do you change that environment? The thing is, I always give a simple analogy. Let me explain it to you. Mosquitoes. So you live in, you have your yard, you have maybe empty buckets, so you might have a barrel outside or something. That gets filled with stagnant water. What happens? Mosquito eventually would come, right? All of a sudden, everybody in the house getting bite because you're basically breeding mosquitoes, right? So let's say you go and get some sort of insecticide and you spray it. You spray the insecticide Monday, the mosquito's gone, you kill out whatever. Tuesday or by Wednesday, more mosquito. You spray again. The next week, more mosquito. The week after that, more mosquito. What you will do? Spray all the time? What is causing the mosquitoes in the first place? The stagnant water. And that is a perfect example of what we do with integrative medicine. With integrative medicine, we deal with the root. You have to deal with the root cause of the problem. I was given an example recently when I told you, if you push down 100 dominoes, right? Which domino do you pick up first? Do you pick up the last domino that fell? No, you can't. because all the dominoes fall like this. So the last domino is actually trapped under all the other dominoes, not so? The domino that you have to pick up is the first domino.
First one.
First one. So that applies to a number of things. So when doctors tell you something that things will turn cancerous, I'm not in agreement with that. What you have to understand, and the thing is, because all surgeries have a lot of side effects associated with it. The thing is, if you have very bad menstrual bleeding and you have bad menstrual bleeding for years, then you may have no other choice but to do the surgery because you waited too long. You are now in an emergency situation where your physical body requires a lot of work. So because that physical body requires work, it means now that they have no other choice but to do the surgery. But had you been proactive and addressed the situation in its onset, or even at some point down the road, it would not have gotten this bad. Could it fix this bad? It can. But you have to keep in mind, if it is you are in, so if the doctor is telling you what they're telling you and you're not bleeding profusely, then we can help you. If you are bleeding profusely, it means your blood count is going to be low and they're going to have to take out the uterus because of that. But if there is a chance that you do not have low blood count, then we would be able to actually save the uterus, because a hysterectomy is not something you want to do. One of the major side effects of hysterectomy is poor circulation, because one of the purposes of your womb is to metabolize fat. So when your womb is no longer there, where the fat is going to go? In your legs. Legs and stomach, correct? Yeah. And that's going to cause a whole host of problems. So you have to understand exactly what is going on where that is concerned. Ms. Tara Latchman says, excellent programming with a wealth of information. Your health is your wealth. Take good care of it. Thank you so very much. Ms. Sherry Ann Andel says, pleasant good afternoon. Annie Love says, hi, Dr. Batson. How are you? Annie Love, what is good for cramps in the legs and toes? Circulation tea. I always tell people, if you're having cramps, legs, toes, extremity, cramps, that is actually a indication of poor circulation. Poor circulation. So it's very important, to pay close attention to that. At Batson and Associates, we carry a number of products for poor circulation. We have the circulation tea. We have something called balanced circulation. We also have circulation plus. There's a new tea that we get in, which is actually known as extreme circulation. We're going to call that product. That product is very, very good, nice smelling, excellent product. And it's actually a tea to actually help to improve a number of situations associated with circulation in the body. So let me give you those telephone numbers again and location. Keep in mind our open clinic days. Take advantage of that. Take advantage as well of our question and answer live that we have on Sunday. That's going to be Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And we're going to be taking some question and answers with you guys. Those telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For Debe is the corner of Ramsamud Street, Trace, and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. So take advantage of that. This Friday and Saturday, I will be in St. James office. I'll be working with our next consultant there, Mr. Rene Bastamante. Wednesday of next week, I'll be in Chaguanas, and Chaguanas has open clinic day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And of course, I'll be in Debe on the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd. So we have different days as regards. Keep in mind, we do have other consultants who work with me. We do a follow-up. Very competent in what they're doing. DJ Mamu could tell you that. He actually had one of our consultants actually deal with him. Was it Miss Ramdan or Mr. Bastamante?
Mrs. Ramdan and Bastamante, and also Mrs. Ramdan.
Good, excellent.
Bastamante, he doesn't look like Bastamante. He looks like he looks like a real professional at what he does.
Yes.
And you sitting in the office
Yes.
while he speaks,
Mhm.
he actually will charm you because what he does and how he does it,
Mhm.
you want to pay attention to what he's saying.
Definitely.
Or you're speaking on the air,
Yes.
and people understand clearly what you're saying,
Mhm.
not because the frequency is so clean and clear,
Right.
but at the same time, what you're saying, they understand it.
Exactly.
Speak to people who are not doctors, but people who are patients,
Mhm.
right? And they understand clearly. Look, many people are saying, "Doctor, I understand what you say, what you're saying now, and
Mhm.
what I should do, and what I
Mhm.
shouldn't do."
Yes.
You've been always advocating drink water, drink as much as you can. You've given examples of how much you drink in the morning and how
Mhm.
much CMOS you can consume. And you get a blood test done because a blood test can tell you exactly what's happening to you currently before and even afterwards.
Mhm.
Right? So again, this lady seems to have a little problem. Just quickly here.
Yes.
So she says the period's supposed to come already. Ma'am, it's delaying again. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand what the doctor is saying
Yeah, sure.
that
Mhm.
based on your absence of intimacy for a while, and now that your periods are here and it's so intensified, it's unbearable. He's asking you if you can get someone to drop you at the office and let him do a little.
Yeah, we could do the blood analysis, the scan consultation. Yeah.
You know, the blood analysis could give you some more information on the spot, right?
Of course, definitely, because with the live nutritional blood cell analysis, we take capillary blood. The thing is, blood is the greatest witness. It tells past. Your blood is sell you out. Your blood is tell all your business. You don't have to talk. I always tell people that your blood is if that was something you can't shut up your blood. You can't tell your blood, hey, shut up. Don't say others eat fries. Don't say others eat too much sugar. Your blood is going to sell you out. It literally tells you everything. It tells us your past, your present, and we also talk about your future. It could give you, because when we do blood analysis could actually indicate to us if you can have a stroke later on. It does tell us. We can see that there. It could also tell us if you have problems later on where you could have arthritis, where you could have problems with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. There are a number of things that a blood analysis can tell you. And that is why I tell persons I would always favor a microscope over any piece of equipment that they have in diagnostics, because anyone who is trained with a microscope, once you take blood and you're trained, like myself, like Mr. Ramdan, like Mr. Bastamante, like Mr. Vialva, you are actually able to, Mr. Green, you're actually able to give volumes of information and have enough information to know, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to adjust this, we need to fix this for you. You need to start drinking water. We might need to do a water cleanse where we just tell you, you have to use 8 glasses of water. You're eating your food, breakfast, lunch, dinner. We may give you a diet to change up some of the things, but you may have to drink that water for a whole month straight before we give you anything else. Because some persons have so many toxins and pathogens in the body that we cannot give them a cleanse immediately. They would end up with problems. You'll get headaches. I'll give you an example. There are a lot of people, I'm not calling the product's name. There's a very popular omega that is advertised all over the place. You all know the omega I'm speaking about. In Trinidad, that is. The thing is, there are some people with pain who took that product and complained that they got more pain. Now, that could happen, but it's not the product's fault. It's your fault. The product is good. The product is good. The problem is because you have such high levels of inflammation, because you are dehydrated and you have a whole list of health problems going on, and you take the people good product, it cannot work. What it is going to do, because what the product trying to work on, the product is starting to push the inflammation, but the problem is you're dehydrated, you don't have enough water. That's when people, for example, beetroot. Beetroot is good for hypertension. But if you have very thick blood, you don't drink water, your blood pressure is very bad, you can't go and drink beetroot. You will die. That beetroot could cause you to get a stroke, because the beetroot with the nitric oxide is going to start to push the blood. But remember, the blood is what? Very thick. So that could cause a problem. So a lot of times when people use things that are good and they claim that they're allergic and they didn't know, it's not that. There's a scientific term for that called hexaminer syndrome, which we call healing crisis. So healing crisis, sorry.
Yeah, doctor.
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking to you now as a person outside there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you and I'm also listening to you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
As a layman out there, listening to the doctor, what he said a while ago about the Omega product.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the very first time I really understood clearly
Mm-hmm.
why it is. It don't work.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
even any other product, right?
True.
Because the aim of that product, like you say, is a good product. I would say it's a good product.
Mm-hmm. Product is a good product.
If the product is not getting the avenue to do its work,
Exactly
it will
so.
not work.
Precisely.
Product is it is getting a lot of resistance from the body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Correct.
The body is saying, listen, you can't come here. Who sent you here?
Exactly so.
Right. So what you need to do, what the doctor just mentioned, you have to cleanse and prepare the body to for the arrival
Mm-hmm.
of the Omega product. You see?
Yes.
It's going to work after because all that product needs to do is to work now because the area has been cleared.
Exactly. Exactly so.
Right.
And you see, it's like you trying to wash down a garage or a yard with a cup of water. You're just spinning top in mud. Nothing's gonna happen. Long ago, when before your parents give you purge long time, what they used to give you? Cooling.
Cooling, yeah.
Yeah, old people was real smart, you know. Don't get tired of them, you know. Yeah.
What was he cooling? What was he cooling?
The cooling we used to get was the burn hops bread. My great grandmother used to take burn hops bread and you burn the hops bread. And why you think burn hops bread is a cooling? Because hops bread it have hops in it. So when you burn the hops, what the hops we used to create was ash, which is like charcoal. So it's essentially charcoal water that was giving you to drink. So the charcoal water would have started clean the system out gradually and move things gradually. Soften up all the tissue, soften up all the old rubbish and thing. And when you get the purge is the hard broom now. The hard broom going through there in your waist. That is it. Hose, scrub down everything. And that's what it is. That is what it is. There's always an explanation to everything, you know. Just some people may not know how to explain it. So that's why I said, because somebody told me I use that product and that product is good, and they say this. I said, no. I say you have high levels of inflammation in your body. Once you have high inflammation in the human body, you cannot use any and anything. You must gradually detox the system, gradually, until you reach a point where the body is now. Because the thing is, you will get better, you know, but if you don't do it properly, you'll be very sick first before you get better. And we don't want that. I don't want you to come by me and get sick. That makes no sense.
In addition to that, doctor,
yes,
if you don't prepare like what you were saying, the body will take longer to respond to this product, to this Omega product.
Of course.
Because it will be just your system wasting its time in the system.
Yeah. And you have things like candida, which is you loaded with parasites. Imagine you have parasites, the poor people product going in there, the parasite going to eat all, you ain't getting none for yourself. Poor parasite, he confused inside of there, and that is it. The product it cannot work. It cannot work. So don't blame the people product.
when the parasite eats the
Omega, then you might get some. Yeah. The parasite gets stronger now to give you more problems. Well, that is it. So you have a badger parasite inside of you now.
You see, your explanation in the layman's term is what people understand clearly about the body. And listeners, it might sound a little jokey, a little humorous, but what doctor is saying is very serious.
Very serious, yeah.
You need to put your gang in place and see about yourself now. Because when you go down in age, the younger folks, they say, he get old and I have time for him now. Yeah. So you know how to go and pay somebody else, right? And the person you're going to pay, you're going to pay Dr.Batson now to come and see about you. You see? Or somebody else. And this is where you have wasted your life.
Yeah.
Right? I know a lot of people, doctor. Look, recently I've been to so many funerals. I get a little, I'm not upset, but I say, oh gosh, but I mean, funeral, but what will I do?
No, yeah, but you gotta go and show your respects.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta show your respects.
50 years. Imagine DJ Man with 50 years and read. You can imagine the volume of people that.
Yeah, you know a lot of people, DJ Man. A lot of people.
When they call and say, DJ, brother, sister, pass on.
Yeah.
Make it like that for the night go.
Yes.
The station running for itself, that's okay. Station running. I am going to these people because they had the courtesy to let me know.
Of course.
Right? Pay my respects and perhaps say a few words, right? It will help them. It will help, you see.
Okay.
And this is how things are going across on this side. Quickly, one message here from
Mm-hmm.
what she said. Oh yes, Osha. Remember, DJ, she mentioned that she has a sleeping problem. Oh, she sleeps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If meaning you
Right.
would ask if she was diabetic.
Uh-huh.
Well, the test proves she's not. Some tests she did, and she's not diabetic, but she's sleeping a lot. Maybe
Yeah.
doctor, you should recommend to come in and see her or something.
Yeah, and sleeping a lot doesn't mean you have diabetes. In fact,
No.
yeah, there are a number of different problems that could cause you to be very sleepy and tired all the time. Build-up of toxins in the body could cause that. Problems with high levels of inflammation could cause that. Liver problems could cause. There are a number of things that could cause. Being anemic could cause you, and that's why we do the blood analysis. That's why we do the magnetic resonance analysis scan. That's why if I need additional information, like an ESR, which is your erythrocyte sedimentation ratio, then I am going to send and ask you to do the report. But the thing is, there are a number of things that could contribute to that particular situation. A number of things. Okay, so
So the lady from Barranquilla, you understand what the doctor said, right?
mhm.
So even though you've been proven
Yeah,
for a while not to be diabetic and you're sleeping a lot, doesn't mean to say you're diabetic.
exactly.
What the doctor said, right? There are other aspects of things affecting your body that
Mhm.
could trigger off that kind of sleepiness.
Yes, definitely. A number of things. A number of things. So, it's very important to pay close attention. I see we have some questions here. Of course, because of, let me just give you our telephone numbers. Keep in mind, we are doing that live. That live is going to be a question and answer live. So, a lot of these questions we're going to have to pull and actually answer for you. I think I saw a notification with our battery, Shakil, so you just check it here. The telephone numbers for the Governor's office, that number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsamut Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number for St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. For international consultations, you can feel free to call us on 868. That's 868-373-2388. That's 868-373-2388. We have, of course, we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Dr. Batson. One of the things too as well, let me quickly answer. Ms. Murray, what I would say, I don't know if you ever came to us and I don't know where you are from. And I understand what you're saying as regards to your diet and whatnot, but believe me, there is something that is missing. And you're not the first person, you're not the second, you're not the third, you're not the fifth, you're not the 100th person that I have met who would have thought that they're doing everything, but there's something. And I would have to do a blood analysis. I would have to look at those reports to determine what it is. I don't work like the other doctors. I'm very thorough. And most importantly, I am trained in integrative medicine, which makes it even more advantageous in the sense that I'm actually able to deal with the root cause of the problem. So I'm not saying that you're not eating healthy. I'm not saying that what you're doing may not be good, but something we need to dot the I's and we need to cross the T's. Something is missing. Something is missing. And I guarantee you, we could find out what it is. Okay? Miss Elizabeth Mary, she says, one thing you intensifying, and intensification is drink your water in ounces, half your body weight daily. Yes. That's someone just reiterating what I always say there. Micherian Andel says, what treatment would you recommend for a subcutaneous cyst? Any kind of cyst you have is buildup of toxins, blockages in there. Those things are very close to things like boils and those type of things. So that could be just inflammation in there that needs to come out. I would recommend Alkagen water. I would recommend the silver with the mineral formula, inflammation formula, and you should get some very, very good results with that there. Of course, if you can do the consultation, feel free to do that, and as well as the special that we have with the live blood and the dry blood. Someone was asking about 1 drop of blood, if 1 drop of blood could give so much information. As I said, your blood will sell you out. There is no loyalty when coming to you and your blood. All we have to look at, and the blood shows us every single thing. We see your digestive system, we see your circulatory system, we see high oxidative stress. When you have high oxidative stress, then it is usually early signs of cancer, people who may have serious or have reached the stage of having acquired immune deficiency syndrome. It could be persons with things like tuberculosis, those type of things. But there is always an answer to the question that you may have to, or the questions that you're asking, always an answer. Let me say again a pleasant good afternoon to our social media family. Keep in mind our Instagram. So that program that we're going to have, keep in mind it is on Sunday. That's Sunday from 8 to 9:30. That's the live that we'll be having. So you could follow us, share us, like us. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it is Dr. Batson. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. I know we're almost close to wrap up. Do we have any more questions or anything like that?
Yeah, 4 minutes to go.
Okay. Oh, yes, I forgot. Sorry, my apologies. Okay, good. So one of the things as well, too, so let me answer some questions here. Miss Moses, she said, what treatment? Okay, yes, I copied that. Oh, right. One of the questions as well that we had here, this says, Doc, what type of blood test can I request before a consultation with you? I live in the US. That's Miss Listra Lee. Oh, that's a very good question. What I would do, I would recommend CBC, which is a complete blood count. I would recommend a blood kidney, as well as a blood liver profile. I would recommend a ESR and something known as a C-reactive protein. And of course, your lipids. Your lipids are also important to see your cholesterol, your LDL, your HDL, that type of thing. And once you do that, we should be able to have sufficient information to give you some help. Okay, keep in mind those wonderful products that we carry at Batson and Associates. We have a very good eye drop called Eye Optics Formula that is basically designed to improve eye circulation. It is basically a cleanser for the eyes. So very good for things like blurred vision. If you're sitting in front of a computer all the time, if you have problems with macular degeneration, whether it's age-related macular degeneration or just macular degeneration. So there are a number of things that eye drop deals with. We also have Santulan, which is a 7-channel detox. Santulan clean and detoxify kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Miss Cecilia John says, I drank a bottle of women's formula. Do I have to get another bottle? I am also using the Alkagen water. Okay, so I think what she meant to do is that she used a bottle of women's formula because, must be the uterine formula that she used. Do I have to get another bottle? Yes, you can. We also have Miss Josie Smith. She says, would like some circulation tea. Could it be sent to London in regular post? Yes, it should be able to be sent to you, Miss Josie. We also have Miss Cecilia John. She said, Dr. Batson, I'm drinking the CMOS with a banana, chia seeds, and cinnamon. Is that okay? Yes, that is very good for high blood pressure and my menopause. That's great. What I would suggest, you could also use the women's formula and the inflammation formula, depending on how your budget could run. Yes, DJ Mamu, one more minute.
We have 2 minutes again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. One of the things too as well, we also have the Nerve Restore, my favorite product of all, because anything that makes me sleep well, when I mean well, I mean like sleep exceptionally well. It improves sleep, it improves cognitive function, it improves how you fall asleep, how you remain asleep, and the quality of rest that you get. So that's definitely something you could look out for. We also have the inflammation formula, which is for pain. So if you have arthritis, joint pain, waist pain, knee pain, you always have pain, something always hurting you. That's something that you can check. We also have Digestive Restore, which is for your gut. So that helps with flatulence, bloating, gas, belching, those type of things. We carry a wide variety of teas. We have kidney tea, prostate, liver, circulation, you name it. CMOS, Very quickly, sea moss is nutrient dense. Sea moss has over 92 different minerals of the 104 that the body has. So it has manganese, magnesium, selenium, zinc, and a number of things. It's an excellent way to stay healthy. So with that being said, keep in mind again our telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. We also on the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. As we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. To the listeners of DJMamuRadioTT.com, it has been a pleasure. Please remember that live that we have on Sunday night is from 8 to 9:30 p.m. We'll be asking some questions. I'll be joined by one of the other consultants. And of course, do enjoy the rest of your Thursday. DJ Mamu, sir, always a pleasure to be in your company. Until next week, please God.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jason Batson, for your expertise expressed on this radio station, DJMamuRadioTT.com. We'd like to wish you and your family and your team of hardworking people serving the people all the time the very best until we hear from you again next week, Thursday. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
This lady said a while ago, say you have something on your way. Time to remain hands.
Okay, tell her no problem. I'm making sure I drink my CMOS later to remain handsome.
Trinities love to find words, eh?
You don't understand?
Yeah. Okay, Doctor, all the best.
Okay, you too. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Support Your Health Naturally on DJMamuRadioTT.com, a weekly program, 2:15 to 3:15 with Dr. Jason Batson. Join us again next week, Thursday, same time, for another enlightening one-hour program about your health. Support Your Health Naturally on DJMamuRadioTT.com. Stay tuned.
Yes, social media. So again, guys, look out for those notifications as regards to when we have our open clinic days again, when we have our marathon clinics, and of course, stay tuned for Sunday. Please God, remember we have program from Sunday. How long is that program on Sunday? That is the last Sunday in the month. So we're going to be an hour.
For Sky is an hour, but our night program is like 2 hours.
Yeah. So Sky, we'll be joining Sky from 9. So that'll be 9 to 10. Yeah. So from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that's on Sky 99.5. That's on Sunday. And of course, Sunday evening, we'll be doing our live on all our social media platforms. We are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Dr. Batson. So you can join us there. That is going to be from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So God bless. Do enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Check out those products. Check out our social media. Of course, be safe. Those of you who may be on the road, on your way home, drive safely, reach home safe. God continue to bless you and your family. Stay safe. And remember, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.